Hi, I'm Sarah.
I'm Maria.
I'm Alyssa.
And we're Tetra TV, and we'll be reacting to the Doctor Strange trailer, the new one.
The only one.
The only one.
So far.
Okay, and here we go.
Stephen Strange.
Yes, we know his name.
My title for you something bad.
Is this from the accident?
Forget everything that you think you know.
Oh my god.
That's killer.
You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole.
Oh, whoa!
You've spent your life trying to widen it. Your work saved the lives of thousands. What if I told you
Stop.
that reality is
Damn
one
it.
of many?
I don't believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of belief.
You wonder what I see in your future? Possibility.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. The Tibetan monks.
And that ball cap is so. Ooh! That looks so cool!
Always
Go.
to save lives.
Oh my
So
god.
much you don't know.
This is some Inception shit. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it.
Just about to
Teach me.
Vlad the Impaler.
He's got the cape.
November.
Okay. The only thing I'm worried about with this, that I can already tell from the trailer, is it looks like it doesn't fit with everything else. It looks more like it's in the Daredevil and Jessica Jones, just from like, I don't know if I'm explaining myself correctly.
you're not.
No.
Like the way it looks, I don't know, it doesn't look like it's
Well, it's very different.
it doesn't look like it's in the world of the Avengers. It kind of looks like
Well, is he
Not everything
technically
is.
he's kind of on his own level.
But that's what I found good about it. That's what I liked about it. That it didn't seem like all the others, you know?
Exactly.
Like Ant-Man, you could tell
mean,
was in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I have such Marvel fatigue right now because there's just so much and they're turning it out like 1 to 2 movies year after year. It's getting fatiguing.
This
It
one,
is.
yeah, this one looks like it could almost like hold its own.
Yes.
I mean, it looks a bit. Why is Tilda Swinton playing the ancient one?
Yes.
Like, can we please just like get some info on whose decision that was? I'm looking at you, Kevin
Maybe
Feige,
she auditioned and it
because
was
honestly,
phenomenal.
of course she's a phenomenal actress, but that doesn't mean she should be
couldn't find
playing a
any-
Tibetan monk called the Ancient One,
couldn't find
training
any
Doctor Strange. I'm sorry.
Tibetans
I'm
or
sorry.
an Asian at the least. Like,
And Benedict Cumberbatch should know better. I mean, he already played fucking Khan in Star Trek Into Darkness, and that was ridiculous.
Isn't he like
He was playing an Indian man.
Penguin.
We kidding?
There's a lot of trippy
No.
stuff happening.
there
in
was
that
a lot of
trailer.
trippy stuff.
Yeah.
I can see the like
What were you saying?
Asian influence, like
With the hands.
all that kind of like my master. Yes, the kaleidoscope, like all that.
Well,
and I'm
that's
like,
what it is.
I love
I'm
that
like,
when
okay.
he was washing his hands in the water, and
Okay.
you could see him do the.
I really like the setting. I want to know where it takes place.
Did you see any Asian people in that trailer?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, a lot.
I didn't.
Were you looking? Were you looking at
I
what
was-
Well, as
looking
like a
for-
focused character.
Well, he's not. So
There is
but
no
you're gonna look at
person
him first.
of color besides
Oh.
Chiwetel
You know what?
Ejiofor playing.
Wait. I have a
Oh.
question. Is Rachel McAdams a love interest? Because they made really emphasis on her face.
I'm assuming she's going to be a love
Probably.
interest, which doesn't make sense because Doctor Strange's love interest is one of the mystical people from a different dimension.
Maybe she's undercover.
Well,
I don't know.
She's an undercover.
I mean, they casted
I'm
Tilda
forgetting what her
Swinton
name
as an
is,
ancient
but-
Tibetan monk, so I wouldn't be surprised.
It's
I
so
mean, he's a
funny.
doctor. She could be a doctor too. Who the fuck knows?
Well, I guess they need to fit in like another
last time
name.
I checked, she was like a prince, some kind of royalty person who was like
It's
in
okay.
line.
It's
or
okay. I don't
something.
need to know. Like, I mean, I'll just go with the flow. This
I
one was
remember
good.
her.
I liked it.
Me too.
It was.
It was interesting.
We have a
It's
2
interesting.
over here.
Yeah.
And then a 2 over there.
That
They're just
weren't
like,
so sure.
I liked it. I'm trying to take it apart because like I don't want to just surface value it.
I
Do you think-
could pass. I
Yeah.
guess.
You
Like,
think
it
this-
looks interesting, but I'm also like, if I never saw it in my life, I don't feel like I'd be deprived of anything really.
I'm definitely really interested in seeing how this is gonna tie into, because I know they're actually like finally bringing in the mystic stuff into the universe. I mean, especially with like the infinity gems or stones, whatever they want to call them.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and so far the only ties we've gotten are the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and the Thor movies, which I mean, this much.
And Scarlet Witch, kind of.
She and I also heard a rumor that later on in Infinity War, Scarlet Witch is supposed to become Doctor Strange's apprentice. So that should be interesting if they actually do that. But yeah, that should be cool.
All right.
How
Well,
that goes.
I'm definitely looking forward to the next trailer. They have to have another one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one was just telling you who he is. Some shit happened to him. Now he's training. It's kind of like Bruce Wayne.
Was he?
Where he's got like a life, and then
I
he's
don't
like,
see
oh,
the
I gotta
Bruce
go
Wayne
train.
aspect.
I gotta go train with these people.
So what kind
No.
of doctor was he before this?
A surgeon?
A
I could
surgeon?
tell by his hands, the way he was holding his hand. I've watched way too much Grey's Anatomy and Scrubs. Like, I know.
I don't remember what kind of surgeon he is. Maybe
takes pride in his hands.
Yeah, I could see.
I don't want to say
they,
it because
they,
I don't remember.
they put an emphasis on his hands.
Well, he has an
In the
emphasis on his
trailer.
hands because he uses his hands for his like mystical.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. They put an emphasis on his hands because he was a surgeon. They put an emphasis because they were like broke into all hell after his accident, and then like mysticky
Just make sure they get the
juju.
episode of Bones we just watched. His hands got pulled out.
Aw.
Poor Zach.
Yeah. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It was like with Guardians. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know
Mhm.
much, and then I was like, what is this? And then fucking loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it'll have a kick-ass of a soundtrack though.
You don't know that.
I wasn't
I
expecting
said I
it
don't
to
think.
be.
You're assuming. You know what happens when we assume.
I was kind of expecting to be a little bit more. I don't know. With how weird Doctor Strange acts, I was expecting it to be a little bit more like
Maybe it'll be like a
Goofy.
like a cynical
not
kind of
goofy,
humor.
but like
That's a good one. Still.
like a cynical kind of
because
humor.
he's that kind of guy. Because he's like very like stone. Not he's kind of
Okay.
arrogant
I think I
in a
figured it
way
out.
where he's like,
I think
oh
I
yeah,
figured
I
it
know
out.
what I'm doing,
But,
and then
like-
he kind of learns about this whole other world and gets like this different perspective, but,
But-
he's still kind of a weirdo.
But I'm
Wait, hold on.
I think they're trying to play it more like the quirky genius, kind of like Sherlock. It seems like they're playing it more that way rather than like, oh, he's so out there. It's like funny. It seems like it's more like, oh, he has quirks, but he's smart and he's sharp and like, I'm getting very kind of BBC Sherlock.
Well, he is BBC.
Yeah.
He is. That's
So-
why I'm
but-
like,
but
but
he
I
didn't
also
really-
see it influenced in this movie.
He didn't really talk.
He didn't talk at all.
So until we actually
We
hear
saw
something
his
come out of his
hands.
mouth,
Yes, we did.
besides teach
We
me,
did.
then
Water
we
bending.
can-
Water. I was
Yeah.
thinking water bending.
we can deduce more from that.
Well, I kind of like that they took the more serious approach because it's been so like they've been trying to make it more comical. They're trying to do these one-liners in Marvel, and
Like
they're
they
not
are
exactly
season.
coming off as funny as they think they are. But I like that they're getting a little bit more serious.
Marvel's kind of been serious. They've had a balance between like they're funny and they're serious. The first Iron Man was
Yeah.
pretty serious.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's one of
Love
the
that
great
movie.
things about Marvel, that they do have like that kind of light and airy feel that's like also for adults, but kids can watch them,
Depending on the movie.
which gets criticized a lot, but I think that's a really good thing. And they're finding like this balance now that they're like putting out the movies more often, that they're finding this really good balance between like having the light and airy feels like Guardians of the Galaxy and then something like this, or like Winter Soldier, or like Civil War that's going to be coming out. Like they have both sides.
That is true because yeah, you're right. Ultron and the one before that weren't very
Yeah.
funny. They were pretty serious.
Yeah.
Ant-Man was pretty funny.
Ant-Man and
it
Guardians of the
wasn't-
Galaxy were
yeah.
like the two that stuck out as like more quirky and like comical
Oh.
and charming.
Guardians
Ant-Man-
was better though.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
But
Ant-Man was
Ant-Man-
good.
Ant-Man was such
Yeah.
a breath of friggin' fresh air after Age of Ultron, because Age of Ultron just felt so heavy, because it was trying to set up a million different things, and it just felt really, really heavy, and like, it's like, no, it's still Avengers funny, but it just felt so bogged down. And then you got to Ant-Man, and it was like single focus, light, fun. I mean, it's a friggin' superhero that is the size of an ant and controls ants. Like,
Did you see when Jimmy Kimmel had the little, everyone else had action figures regular size and
his was like teeny tiny.
in a little box.
Joss Whedon messed up Age of Ultron so bad. Can I just say how obvious her bald cap is? Like, please, can we?
She's played bald people before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think she works it pretty well. I mean,
just
I'm
said the bald
not.
cap's
I'm not
bad.
really.
I just
You really think? You think so? Not good.
it looks really bad. Like this part of her head.
I
is,
mean,
like,
this woman. She's,
wrinkled. Like it's really bad.
Like she's an
I'm sorry.
alien or something.
Final thoughts?
Fun.
Yeah. It
Let's
looks
see.
good.
My one word would be
Promising.
Foreboding.
Of course.
Sarah, you have to make that
What's
your
wrong
thing on
with
Tumblr.
my word?
I
What's
hate
wrong
when
with
you do
my
this.
word?
When we have a regular conversation and you pull out these big ass words.
Aghast.
She used aghast yesterday.
That's good. It was a good word for it.
All right, please like, rate, subscribe, whatever you want to do.
Tell us what you thought about the trailer in the comments.
Yep.
Let us know. We'll have some
Let us
discussion.
know who was right.
Yeah.
It's me.
It was good.
We were all right in our own ways.
No, I'm always right.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Sarah,
I'm Maria.
I'm Melissa.
and we're Tetra TV, and we'll be reacting to the Doctor Strange trailer, the new one,
The only one.
the only one.
So far.
Okay, and here we go.
Stephen Strange.
Yes, we know his name.
Might I offer you some advice?
Is this from the accident?
Forget everything that you think you know.
Oh my god.
That's killer.
Is his brother died?
You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole.
Oh,
You've spent your life trying to widen it. Your work saved the lives of thousands. What if I told you
Shot.
that reality is
Damn
one
it.
of many?
I don't believe in fairy tales about chakras or energy or the power of belief.
You wonder what I see in your future? Possibility.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Tilda Swinton, the Tibetan monk.
And that ball cap is so. Ooh, that looks so cool.
Always
Let's go.
to save lives.
Oh my god.
So much you don't know.
This is some Inception shit. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it.
Just about to say
Teach me.
That's not it.
Vlad the Impaler.
He's got the cape.
November.
Okay. The only thing I'm worried about with this, that I can already tell from the trailer, is it looks like it doesn't fit with everything else. It looks more like